Nampo 2025 is still fresh in our minds. Once again, the latest technology was on display, which is available to our farmers to improve farming operations. Joining me today, once again in studio, Dr. Jim Rankin from the Agricultural Machinery Association. Jim, thank you for joining us. Before we talk about Nampo, let's go back a month or so ago. There was quite a bit of confusion regarding the tractor imports and duties because of the recent trade war. What happened, and can you clarify matters?
Yes, there was a broadcast and a podcast which said that, and it was a senior South African economist who should have known better or should have checked, who said that there was a 25% tariff on imported agricultural machinery. In the light of the tariff wars which have been instituted in the world, we were very worried about that, because if it had come to the notice of the American president that we had tariffs on imported equipment from America, they would, we thought, and surely they would have, tariffed our exports into America. So we tried to react quite quickly to that. Subsequently, what happened was that we had an interaction with AgBiz last week, and they asked us about tariffs, and we made it very, very clear that there are no tariffs on imported agricultural equipment, and that will have gone into the package that went with, I guess, John Steenhuisen to New York, to Washington, and we hope that we've put that one to bed.
Mm-hmm. As I said, Nampo is still fresh in our minds. What feedback did you get?
The feedback we've had, and we polled some of our members, Nampo seems to have returned to the pre-COVID times. Lots of people, but there's an interesting thing is happening, is that there are a lot of non-farming people coming to Nampo. I guess it's a very good day out. I mean, it's relatively cheap. Yes, it's a long way from most places, but to come along with the family and spend a day at Nampo, it's absolutely great. But by the same token, there were a lot of very interested people on the stands. However, many farmers were harvesting, and obviously a day in the combine is better than a day at Nampo in terms of your farming operations. So there were some farmers who missed Nampo. The queries were at a high level and were good. Not much business is actually done on Nampo, but it's important. The people who are buying or who are interested like to see the equipment, talk to the people that they might be buying the equipment from, get that input and use it in their decision-making process, and that was good. Everybody said that was good.
When do we know what was sold, for instance? How does it work?
It will work that in the forthcoming months, the trends will show what is happening. Whether Nampo will have had a serious impact on them, it's impossible to measure. But as I say, the prospects were good, and these have to be filtered through, and the farmers have to be visited, and decisions have to be made by farmers on what they're going to buy. But I think it's going to be, overall, it was very positive.
And your predictions for the future, next coming months?
What has happened this year, in particular, with the rains which went on quite late, is that the seasons have been delayed. Is it 6 weeks? Is it 10 weeks? Is it 2 months? Most of it seems to be around about 10 weeks, 2 months. And so harvesting is taking place now. Soybean harvesting is critical. Usually soybeans are harvested in April, but now we're harvesting them in May. And I think that what we're going to see is not so much in terms of sales in the next 2 months, but thereafter, once the crops have been harvested, then we'll get a good reflection on what's happening. So there might be a little bit of a slowdown. It's not even a dip, it's a slowdown, because sales are, for the first 4 months, were very good. Tractor sales up by 20%, combine sales up by almost 40% year on year. But we will have a better idea in about 2 months' time as to what's happening.
Jim, thank you very much. We'll see you soon to talk about it. And I hope you've got good news next time.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's the market is good, and it's mainly good news coming out of the market at the moment. Yes.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Jim Rankin from the Agricultural Machinery Association, talking to us about the sales of agricultural machinery, and hopefully, as I said, in the near future, he'll come back with good news.